Welcome back for the last time, my amazing dear viewers. Today we will be summarizing the last arc of end of TNR Saga, the last volume and the ending of Goon Piece, Volume 16, The Endgame. It starts off 4 months after Volume 15, Return to TMC Island arc. We see King Tacos and his team on Library of Fall, main island of King Tacos. They are discussing about commencing a raid on TNR Island. King Tacos tells Adam, "All right, so, it has been 4 months. We've all trained till exhaustion. We've all developed our Goonki and Goon Fruit abilities even more. We got Lil Mar and Akinator, 2 ancient weapons. We literally have nothing to fear of." Adam says, "Of fucking course, man. We're stronger than we've ever been. We also have a huge-ass army." King Tacos says, "All right then, everyone. We will commence a raid on TNR Island today." Everyone cheers. 2 hours pass and everyone is ready. King Tacos says, "I'm gonna call him right now." King Tacos calls someone on the phone and says, "Yo, bro, what's up?" "Nothing much, man. Listen, we're all ready to attack and raid TNR. Start up the ritual." In the next chapter, we cut to TNR Island. The island is vibrant and some plant life is made out of candies. Goon Hall looks impressive as ever. We see a lot of tourists, researchers, and civilians all having a great day. The businesses are booming more than ever. This is the peakest TNR has ever achieved. We see Hershey walk towards the Goon Hall. He enters the Goon Hall. We see the Elder King, XD, Explorer, and Chopper discussing about defensive measures and weapons. Elder King says, "Update me on our defensive measures. Is everything all right?" ESD says, "Yes, sir, the weapons are all online and ready to emerge the moment an invader is detected. The anti-measures work just fine, too. Absolutely no issues have been detected. Seems like everything is all right, sir." Elder King says, "I'm glad to hear. Always keep it in check. We cannot let even a small weakness pass." Hershey says, "Sir, I've checked the booby traps. They work fine, too. Sadly, a pigeon was sacrificed during the testing." Nighttime falls. Every tourist goes back to their places. Some go on ships and sail out to their own original homes. Everyone goes to sleep in this peaceful night. We see Hershey sneak out of his house. He goes to the shore where ships dock at. He takes his pedoskeleton sword out and slits his wrist open. He takes out a note and draws 4 goon tackles on the shore. After he finished drawing it, the goon tackles slowly make a hiss sound and disappear. Loud-ass alarms start ringing out on TNR Island. The defensive wall is risen and defensive weapons come out of the ground. Hershey gets scared and quickly flees back to his house unnoticed. The Elder King. All of TNR commanders and the army of TNR all come outside to check what is going on. Few minutes pass and they check every place on TNR Island. They find absolutely no threats. Hershey comes out and says, "Yo, Elder, what the fuck happened? Is King Tacos here?" The Elder King replies with, "We thought so, but there's no trace of anyone here. Seems like something triggered the alarm out of nowhere. Might have been an animal dying somewhere." They reset all the defensive measures, and they go back to sleeping. Hershey calls someone on the phone. We hear King Tacos on the phone say, "What's up, Hershey?" Hershey says, "Okay, so the anti-measures of goon tackles have also been placed on the shore. I didn't think they would." King Tacos screams from the phone, "You fucking moronic swine! How retarded are you? Do you inhale retardium every fucking day? My God, bro." Hershey says, "I'm sorry, bro. I'm a fucking rat, not a human." Listen, you have to pillage your way through here, D. Disrespect has moved in the sea as a protective measure. Kayla and D. Disrespect protect the road to TNR Island, so you must come with heavy power here. King Tacos says, "All right, Hershey, I'll dispatch the entire army now. We'll be there tomorrow or so in the afternoon." Gooning forever. King Tacos hangs up the call. King Tacos tells everyone, "Change of plans." The goon tackle method didn't work. Instead, what we will do is attack straight to F. Kayla's C. We have settled down in Joker's C fully. We've captured and conquered all of the islands in his C. The government hasn't updated this map to say it's still P. Joker's C though for some reason. We're not only going to be attacking TNR Island. To get there, we need to conquer and destory the first 3 islands in F. Kayla's territory. Kayla is allied with D. Disrespect. As Hershey told us, no one but his fraud army is protecting his C. So we will attack his C and conquer it too. We are going to war against 2 goon pirors of the sea and an entire warrior nation. Now here's our strategy. Me and Adam will lead the army on Library of Fall to F. Kayla's C, while G-Spot, Baby, and BD will command the army on Joker's C to attack and destroy D. Disrespect's C. This way, we will eliminate all our threats and take over 2 more gooning Cs, making us having total of 4 gooning Cs captured, making us the strongest gooner army the world has ever seen. So then, everyone, get ready! King Tacos calls G-Spot Baby and tells him, "Move out your troops, G-Spot Baby, we went with Plan 2. Go from D. Disrespect's C. Absolutely no one except the army is protecting it. Easy conquering." G-Spot Baby says, "All right, Tacos. I'll see you on TNR Island once we battle the TNR goons. Do not die before I get there." King Tacos' entire fleet move out of his C, while G-Spot Baby's army move out of P. Joker's C. They charge in towards F. Kayla's and D. Disrespect's C. We cut to Goon Joaz. We see the 5 Never Gooners and Lord Blood 119. Saint Alyssa talks to Lord Blood 119. "My lord! The army from P. Tacos and P. Joker's C have moved out in the direction of southeast. They might cross over Goon Joaz." Lord Blood 119 says, "Do not fret, my child, as I, your Lord and Savior, will guarantee everyone's safety. P. Tacos isn't that dumb to cross over our direction, as he will invoke a huge fight with us for no reason. If they even dare insult us on Goon Joaz, we will capture all of them and behead them." We cut back to King Tacos. It's daytime now. His army has sailed a long way. They have entered the unoccupied sea of the 7 gooning seas. They see G. Elfish's ship in the distance. He screams, "Tacos! The fuck are you doing here, man? Are you trying to pick a fight with me with that giant fleet of yours? You'll get beaten to a pulp, you Jew." King Tacos says, "You giant-ass fucking fish. We're not here to fight your stinky ass. We won't attack as long as you leave us alone." G. Elfish laughs and says, "What a fucking pussy. Don't interfere with my gooning here, you faggot." G. Elfish leaves King Tacos and his fleet alone. Few hours pass and King Tacos' fleet has arrived on F. Kayla's C. They approach the first island. They see D. Disrespect, one of the goon parers of the 7 gooning seas, waiting for them. He screams at King Tacos, "Tacos! Your domination and reign ends here. This time you'll be beaten to a fucking pulp as we are more stronger than you. You can never beat us, you fucking Mexican Jew." King Tacos screams, "D. Disrespect! I've been groomed twice now. Your grooming tactics won't work on me, you fucking balding manlet." King Tacos tells him, "Team, you guys take care of the army below. I'll take care of this fucking balding manlet pedophile all by myself." D. Disrespect interrupts, "I heard that Jew." King Tacos unleashes his green goonki and goes overcharge. The green goonki emitting off of King Tacos manifests into small lightning strikes around King Tacos. This overwhelming goonki knocks out some of the army members. D. Disrespect smiles and screams, "Show me how much you smell, you fucking faggot." King Tacos jumps up in midair, he charges up his fist with green goonki while D. Disrespect unleashes his thugger's goonki. As the 2 goonkis dominate the space, a goonki clash occurs. This knocks out a lot of fraud troops. King Tacos charges in and hits D. Disrespect in the body. Disrespect blocks the attack, but he is sent away still. King Tacos lands in front of D, Disrespect, and says, "Ever since Goon Piece, I wanted to take you and Kayla's life with my bare hands." D, Disrespect says, "You're so weak I didn't even notice your presence. I'll kill you right here for stealing the Pringles can from me, you mongrel." D, Disrespect releases his thugger's gunki while King Tacos screams, "Mamá, golpéame con tu zapatilla mientras papá me azota con su cinturón. Grítame todo lo que quieras porque soy tu querido hijo Latinx maricón. Que papá me muestre misericordia, que papá me dé fuerza, porque yo soy el Latinx honrado." Mexican Rage, Gear 2. King Tacos whips D, Disrespect, and gets a hold of him. He flings D, Disrespect, towards him and Slippy Slappy slaps him in the face. D, Disrespect, gets sent flying. He stands up and quickly charges in towards King Tacos. He says, "Disrespect, Charjo." He forms D, Disrespects in his hands, an advanced gunki technique. He punches King Tacos in the abdomen, chest, and finally finishing it with an uppercut. King Tacos gets sent in the air. D, Disrespect, jumps up, leaving a crack in the floor. He tries to hit King Tacos, but King Tacos weaves and blocks his attacks. King Tacos whips D, Disrespect, with the whip and slaps him away with his Slippy Slap Slap attack. D, Disrespect, falls down to the ground, creating cracks in the floor once again. King Tacos lands and grabs D, Disrespect, with his belt as he flings D, Disrespect, towards himself. D, Disrespect, says, "Disrespect, fucko." He taps King Tacos in the chest with both of his index fingers. King Tacos throws up blood. D, Disrespect, says, "Disrespect, Charjo." He forms Disrespects in his hands and says, "Gatlingo," and hits King Tacos shit ton of times non-stop. King Tacos gets hit several times but blocks the last one. He slaps D, Disrespect, in the face really hard. King Tacos transforms back into his base form with Overcharge. He charges his fist with green gunki and charges towards D. Disrespect, he hits D. Disrespect, and massive green gunki is released. D, Disrespect, coughs up blood and says, "No, not yet." He condenses all his thugger's gunki into his fist. It forms into a Disrespect Charjo. Disrespect says, "It's not over, you fat cunt." King Tacos charges up his fist with green gunki. He gets out of overcharge cause of this. King Tacos says, "This punch will end your entire fucking life." King Tacos and D, Disrespect, leap towards each other and both release their attacks. Huge shock waves can be felt, and a lot of army members get knocked out. King Tacos lands on the ground, coughing up some blood, while D, Disrespect, gets sent flying to God knows where. King Tacos says, "Told you you can't groom me, you balded faggot." The fodder army start to charge towards King Tacos. King Tacos smiles at them and unleashes green gunki. This knocks out literally all of the fodder army. King Tacos says, "Man, all of you are just fucking fodders. Genuinely, what the fuck? I didn't even have to go Gear 3 for him." King Tacos yells, "Everyone, go back to your ships. We're gonna advance towards the second island." Entire army boards their ship, and they proceed towards the second island. As they're sailing, Adam says, "You think anyone will be on the second island?" King Tacos says, "Probably just frauds. I think everyone's at TNR Island mostly." Few minutes pass and they arrive on the second island. King Tacos sees something flying towards them and quickly charges himself up and jumps up, as he thought. It's big-ass lollipops. F. Kayla screams, "King Tacos!" Long time no see. Kayla creates more lollipops and throws them towards King Tacos. Adam and King Tacos jump up and block all of them. King Tacos says, "You're anyoing as ever, Kayla." "Your presence hurts my eyes, you fat cunt." Kayla screams back, "Likewise, fraud tacos. I'll make you my own personal slave." King Tacos charges his fist with green gunki and leaps in towards F. Kayla. Kayla blocks the attack and creates a lollipop and coats it in purple gunki. She throws it at King Tacos, and it pierces him. King Tacos grunts and says, "You unlock that annoying ass power too, eh?" King Tacos takes it out of him and throws it away. He leaps in towards F. Kayla and punches her in the stomach, in the chest, and then in the face. F. Kayla creates a staff out of her purple goonki and charges in towards King Tacos. She hits him with an uppercut. King Tacos gets sent in the air and falls down. Kayla throws the staff towards King Tacos. He easily dodges it. King Tacos coats his fists with green goonki and leaps towards Kayla. Every punch is really dense. F. Kayla blocks all but one. The last one hits her in the face really hard. King Tacos bounces off F. Kayla's fat stomach and throws the green goonki coating towards her. It hits F. Kayla and it really hurts her. F. Kayla unleashes her purple goonki and says, "I'm tired of your retarded ass games." She cloaks herself with purple goonki and unsheathes her sword. The annoyance! As she charges her sword with purple goonki, it gets cloudy and it starts to rain. Kayla says, "You're not the only one with advanced techniques, Tacos." F. Kayla charges in towards King Tacos and slices him. He then grabs King Tacos by the face and flows her purple goonki in King Tacos. Tacos quickly kicks her and gets set free. He charges up a green goonki laser and shoots it. It pierces F. Kayla's abdomen. Kayla coughs up blood and swings her sword. King Tacos blocks the attack with ease and pushes it away. He leaps in towards Kayla and coats his hand with green goonki. He then punches F. Kayla real hard. Kayla gets sent flying. Kayla stands up, not too much damage as she is coated in purple goonki. She gets really mad and creates a lollipop. She coats it with purple goonki and throws it towards King Tacos. This pierces him. Kayla creates a purple goonki spear, one of the strongest purple goonki weapon. Kayla throws it towards King Tacos and it pierces him. He throws up a lot of blood and is now pinned down. Adam sees this and quickly charges in towards Kayla. He stabs her and gives her some weakness hormones. He goes towards King Tacos and frees him. He injects King Tacos with recovery hormones to stabilize him. Adam says, "Don't fucking drop your guard, you moron," and he flees. King Tacos says, "I dropped my guard there, didn't I?" Kayla charges in and punches King Tacos, but he blocks the attack. King Tacos goes, charges his fist with green goonki, and punches F. Kayla with it. Kayla gets sent fucking flying away. Huge shock waves can be felt across the island. Kayla runs out of her cloak and gets really mad. Kayla screams at Tacos. "This is my final attack! This will end your pathetic fucking ass right now!" F. Kayla condenses all her purple goonki in her fist. The weather gets even more intense, and it rains more now. Purple lightning strikes F. Kayla! Kayla says, "It's fucking over!" King Tacos unleashes one of his Lil Mar limbs and manifests a green goonki barrier. He charges up a cum blast while F. Kayla leaps towards King Tacos. She King Tacos blocks the attack. The attack is really powerful, and King Tacos barely blocks it. He gets sent flying. As he lands and coughs up blood, he looks behind him and sees some of his fleet got destroyed. He looks at Kayla and sees her exhausted. King Tacos seizes the opportunity and charges his fist with green goonki. He leaps in towards F. Kayla and says, "Bye-bye, fatso," and punches her in the head. King Tacos lands, exhausted, and says, "Wow, these fucking Goomperors are weak as shit." King Tacos says, "Same thing again, guys, board your ships. We're advancing towards the third island." Everyone boards the ship and sail out. Few minutes pass. Adam treated King Tacos' wounds and regained all his energy. Adam says, "We've truly grown a lot in power. You beat 2 Goonperors without even going in your max power." Impressive as hell. King Tacos says, "These 2 were frauds. The most dangerous ones are G. Elfish and D. Vaughn, even P. Joker. We would have lost if the mysterious man didn't come. Adam says, yeah, you're right, he had goon beard. How the fuck were we supposed to win against him? King Tacos says, don't know, man. We got lucky he's on our side. Speaking of sides, we arrived on the third island. King Tacos screams, every one of you fodder on the island. All of you should know the power of nutting and McChickens. King Tacos unleashes a huge Lil Mar limb out of his back, and he charges it up with a huge seminal blast. He coats it with condensed green gunky as well. As it charges up, he shoots that shit towards the center of the island, creating a massive hole. As nothing happens except the hole, everyone on the island laughs. They say, all you did was create a hole, bro. What a fraud. Adam says, Tacos, why are you trying not to laugh, man? Respect their lives, man. This is disrespectful as fuck, man. The cum inside the hole travels throughout the entire island, creating massive cracks. And at once, the entire island shatters in pieces and shit ton of cum come out of the cracks, flooding the entire island with semen. King Tacos laughs like a menace while everyone on the island dies. King Tacos is exhausted now and takes a break. He tells his fleet, third island is gone, just charge in forward. King Tacos and Adam contact G-Spot. Baby Adam says, jar, G-Spot, baby. We're about to enter TNR Island's territory. How about you and your army? G-Spot baby replies with, we've conquered the first island in D Disrespect's sea. We're currently ravaging through the main headquarters of his island. The army is kind of weak, but lots in numbers. King Tacos replies with, alert then, G-Spot. We'll summon the second ancient weapon, the Akinator now. Come up to TNR Island quick. Use the booster. We've installed on the boats after you finish on that island. G-Spot baby replies with, all right, Tacos. We will be done here as fast as possible. I'll see you on the gooning field, Tacos. Do not die on me. King Tacos and his team arrive on TNR Island's shore, and they disembark. King Tacos says to his entire fleet, I came to TNR Island once to search for my dead old friend Koki. After a while, it was all futile and settled down to start a new life. I became the right-hand man of that fucking old hag grandma. I do not want this war nor the first one. I have suffered enough. But everyone on TNR Island has disrespected me and almost killed my friend. Their choices and events have led up to this point. None of foresight and names will not win us this war. Only ourselves who dedicate to this battle will. We must sacrifice everything to win this war. If this is the cost of our vengeance, then so be it. The Elder King has made me and all of us. The followers of me, the fans of me, and those who were killed by the TNRians when they said that Yuri might have been lying. If the destruction of what I built means that the Elder King and all of TNR gets destroyed, then I'll be happy to sacrifice that. Adam says, for Poon the Louver. King Tacos grabs out the lamp and rubs it. The lamp climaxes and it floats in the air. It sends out a massive shockwave and the weather goes bad. Red lightning strikes all over the lamp. We cut to the Elder King and his commanders in the Goon Hall. He says, why aren't the fucking defensive weapons activated? What the fuck happened to them? XD says, sir, someone tinkered with the wiring of them. Their wirings are all destroyed. Elder King says, not fucking now, man. Do not let that fucking ancient weapon come near us. We cut back to King Tacos. An Eclipse STS in and Akinator comes out of the lamp. He yawns loudly. Ah, it has indeed been a long century, hasn't it? P. Tacos, I've been awaiting your arrival and your usage of my powers. King Tacos says, hello, Akinator. He gets interrupted by Akinator. I know what I must do. I'll destroy this island, but I won't fully destroy it unless you tell me to. King Tacos says, yep, pretty much. Just take all my orders too, please. Now then, let's get started. Before Akinator charges in, he tells King Tacos, "Be prepared for unforeseen consequences, Tacos, and keep pushing forward. Do not stop the path of setting the sun free, as this is what you chose." King Tacos says, "Bro, just attack and destroy this shit, man." In the next chapter, my dear friends, we cut to GOON PIECE. We see Lord Blood 119 and the 5 Never-Gooners, Saint Alyssa, Saint Ryo, Saint Devon, and Saint Sosa. Lord Blood 119 tells them, "There it is, my children, the call for a raid. Commence the raid on TNR Island, now. Send out an entire fleet towards TNR Island. We cannot let this opportunity to capture 2 ancient weapons and eliminate 2 threatening powers out of this world go." The 5 Never-Gooners say, "Yes, my lord, consider it done." We cut back to the Elder King. EKSD says, "The weapons are back online, sir. However, you have to control them manually." The Elder King says, "That's fine, X. With this, we'll have a fighting chance against the ancient weapon." We cut back to King Tacos. The defensive weapons come out of the ground. They look big and intimidating. The weapons charge up huge lasers, and it shoots towards Akinator. It hits Akinator and harms the ancient weapon. The Akinator charges in, he summons lightning rods and shoots it towards the weapon and the island, while using laser blasts all over his body towards the island, destroying shit-ton of buildings in his path while also trying to destroy the defensive weapons the TNR Island has. Akinator screams at Tacos, "Tacos! Charge forward with your army and eliminate the commanders and the army of TNR before I blow up everything. I'll keep this shit busy." King Tacos says, "That's what I was planning to anyway, you fucking Nimrod." He screams, "My fleet!" Charge in towards the center of TNR Island. Kill and destroy everything in your path. Attack! The fleet disembarks and charges towards the island while screaming, "Gooning forever." As the fleet disembark and charge in, King Tacos tells Adam, "Adam, let's finish what we started, without failing this time." Adam nods and says, "Indeed, Tacos." They fist bump and charge in towards the Goon field. As they charge in, they fight some frauds. Adam gets surrounded by 3 people. He quickly stabs one of them and slices his throat open. He charges in towards the other 2 and stabs them in the throats, killing them instantly. King Tacos is surrounded by 4 of them. He quickly dashes in and rips arms from the 2 of them. Then he hits the 2 of them with their arms in the head. He grabs the other 2 and rips their spines out. They charge in more towards the center. They finally see the TNR commanders, P. Weefy, AJ, Scar, and Malapendra, standing gay and proud. King Tacos tells them, 2 versus 4? Adam is enough to beat all of you. Where are the actual commanders? You guys are frauds." Adam says, "Weefy's mine, Tacos. You can deal with the rest." King Tacos smiles and says, "No problem, easy pickings." Adam charges in towards Weefy, trying to stab him, but Weefy blocks it with his green gunky power. He says, "Queer faggots on my ass, now." He pushes Adam away and charges in, hitting him in the face real hard. Adam spits small blood and says, "This queer faggot will turn you into a queer." He charges in and punches Weefy multiple times. He then stabs him and tries to drain him of testosterone. Weefy overcharges his green gunky and punches Adam away. Adam, frustrated, leaps towards Weefy and punches him, but he blocks the attack. Weefy charges up his fist and starts punching Adam's abdomen over and over again, finishing it with an uppercut. As Adam falls down, Weefy charges in and starts punching him again. Adam blocks his attack and punches him in the face. He charges in towards Weefy and stabs him with weakness and knockout hormones. Weefy uses green gunky to get rid of the knockout hormones' power, making him weak. Weefy is weaker now. Adam punches him in the face. Weefy tries to block, but Adam punches him in the abdomen instead. Adam grabs Weefy by the throat and choke slams him in the ground. Adam kicks Weefy's head in. Weefy gets mad and grabs Adam's leg and throws him away. Adam quickly recovers and charges in towards Weefy. He stabs him, trying to turn him into a woman, but Weefy punches him in the face, which sends him back. Adam again leaps in towards Weefy and punches him in the face. But Weefy blocks the attack. Weefy charges his fist with green gunki and punches in the face real hard. Adam gets sent flying. Adam recovers and says, "You're kinda tough, I can't lie." Adam charges in fast and stabs Weefy with both of his arms. He drains him of testosterone, turning him into a woman. He then stabs Weefy again, making him bleed out. Adam says, "And this isn't even my full power," and walks away like a faggot badass. In the next chapter, we cut to King Tacos versus Aji, Scar, and Malapendra. King Tacos says, 3 versus 1? Don't you think this is a little unfair? AJ says, "You've always played unfair, so why is it only a problem we play unfair too?" AJ has dog no me goon fruit. He can use piss to mark people and track them and see them easily. He can also use bite and barking as weapons. Scar has leash no my goon fruit. She can leash people and command them for some time, making them good boys. AJ pisses on King Tacos while Scar leashes him. Scar tells him, "Sit down, boy," and "Roll over." King Tacos barks, sits down, and then rolls over. AJ charges in and tries to stab King Tacos in the stomach, but King Tacos breaks out of the spell using gunki and dodges it. King Tacos quickly charges in towards Malapendra and punches him in the face. The entire face rips off from his body and he gets one tapped. What a fucking fraud. King Tacos aura farms by looking at AJ and Scar like a weirdo. AJ quickly pisses in his mouth. King Tacos coughs up and AJ charges in. He bites King Tacos in the arm, while Scar leashes King Tacos once again. Scar screams at Tacos, "Sit down, boy!" And Tacos tries to resist the urge to sit down. King Tacos overcharges his green gunki and goes into overcharge. He quickly rushes in towards Scar and punches her in the face. AJ quickly charges in but gets a mean ass kick in the stomach, sending him flying. AJ barks at King Tacos. It's so loud, King Tacos covers up his ears. Scar charges in, leashes him, and then stabs him. Scar says, "Beg for me." King Tacos gets on his knees and starts begging, "Spare me, mommy." Scar says in disgust, "Just sit down, boy." King Tacos sits down, and he snaps out of it. He charges in and lands a nasty uppercut on Scar. AJ barks, disorienting King Tacos. AJ catches Scar and says, "You good, mommy?" King Tacos charges in and says, "It's nothing personal, kid," and punches him in the face. He bounces off ground and gets sent flying down to the sea. He dropped Scar on the ground. As she woke up, she saw King Tacos staring him. She tries to leash King Tacos, but he catches that shit and says, "Your good boy's gone, buddy. It's over for you." King Tacos charges Green Gunki in his legs and crushes the head. King Tacos says, "Insane fraudsters, all 3 of them one-tapped." Adam comes to King Tacos and says, "Well, all of them were frauds, eh?" King Tacos cleans the blood off of his face and says, "Yep, they were beyond frauds. Don't get too cocky, though. We still haven't clashed with the real powerhouses." Adam says, "Of course. Now then, charge." King Tacos and Adam charge in towards the Goon Hall. As they were charging in, one of the defensive weapons lock on them. The weapon charges up a laser and shoots it towards them. However, Akinator comes in and blocks the attack. He tells them, "Ditto, don't worry, I got y'all. Just keep pushing forward." King Tacos and Adam finally arrive in front of the Goon Hall. In front of them, the commanders of TNR Island are standing, D. Rico, Explorer, Chopper, and D. Juniper. King Tacos says, well, if it isn't the gay faggot trio? It has been a long, long time since I've seen you all. I haven't even missed a single on of you. Amazing, isn't it? Today marks the end of Grandma's reign. All of you will face your sins and the consequences of it for being such ignorant, retarded faggots. I am Death, Grim Reaper himself, and you will be tasting my Mexican dyes. King Tacos unleashes his green gunky and goes into overcharge, while D. Rico unleashes his thugger gunky. A huge gunky clash occurs, and pissed gunky gets created, causing a massive explosion and shockwave around them. As they were about to clash together, they see a boat from above coming crashing down. As the boat lands right behind King Tacos, people disembark from it. It's BD and G-Spot Baby. BD says, "I'm so sorry for being a little late, Tacos. The soldiers D disrespect had were a lot and quite strong. Absolutely no match for ours, though. We conquered that shit so easily. The entire sea is ours now." King Tacos laughs and says, "That's fucking amazing, G-Spot Baby. Absolutely what I expected from you both. Now then, help us take down these fodders of TNR." G-Spot, Baby, and BD say, "Aye, ma'am." BD charges in towards Chopper and clashes with him. Adam goes in towards Explorer, trying to stab her, but Explorer quickly whips Adam in the hand. G-Spot. Baby goes in towards Juniper, trying to kill him with a laser, but Juniper blocks it with his abilities, while King Tacos goes in towards Rico, punching him with green gunky. In the next chapter, we cut to BD versus Chopper. Chopper says, "I've been out-queered and out-submissive by all of my rivals. I will at least out-queer you, BD." BD says, "This bussy can handle a ton more than what yours can, my brother in queer." Chopper gets mad and says, "Shut the fuck up, you faggot." He says, "I will defeat you here and Tacos too." Chopper screams and transforms into Pseudo Dreamy Bull form. Chopper says, "I've discovered DNA traces of a legend. With this one singular trace of DNA on a dildo I really love. I've been able to extract 1%, no, even less of his power. I am able to access his powers and partially transform into him. Embrace the power of dreams." Chopper's eye light up and blue cum blast comes out of his eye. BD barely dodges it. Chopper slows down the time for 1 second and charges in towards Chopper and hits BD in the face real hard. It sends him flying. BD quickly recovers and charges back towards Chopper and tries to hit him with his bussy. However, Chopper's eye can read everyone's movement and even see 10 seconds into the future. Chopper easily dodges all the attacks and shoots yet another blue cum blast towards BD. It pierces his shoulder. Chopper grabs BD by the throat and he charges BD's throat with white gunky. However, BD is immune as he has consumed a lot of semen. BD says, "Yum! Thank you for the power-up, Chops." "What? Did you really think you were the only one that got a power-up?" BD opens his mouth and white gunky. It looks like cum, but it's white gunky. Comes out of his mouth, completely covering and drenching him in cum. The cum hardens and Chopper says, "What the fuck is this?" This is some fucked up shit, yo. The cum breaks and hits Chopper real hard. BD takes a breath and says, "Let me introduce you to my true form." BD transformed into his true form. BD says, "You'll never out-queer me." BD spawns cum blasters behind him and he shoots it towards Chopper. Chopper activates his eye to see into the future and dodges it. Chopper charges in towards BD and tries to punch him, but BD blocks all of the attacks. BD creates a cum blaster behind him and it shoots Chopper, sending him back and hurting him badly. Chopper stops time again and charges in towards BD. As the time continues, Chopper pierces BD's chest and punches him in the face real hard. It sends BD flying. BD says, "I do not know how you're teleporting, but seems like there's a limit to it." BD quickly charges in and tries to hit Chopper, but Chopper dodges it. A cum blaster hits Chopper from the behind and gets sent flying towards BD. BD quickly stabs him in his blue eye using his finger, making it useless. Chopper screams in pain and says, "No, my special eye." The pseudo-dreamy form melts away. Chopper says, "No, not yet." He gains back the pseudo-dreamy form and charges towards BD. He tries to hit him, but BD easily dodges all of the attacks. BD finds an opening and hits him in the head, knocking him down. He gets knocked out of the pseudo-dreamy form and coughs up blood. BD says, "Even with Dreamy Bull's power, you can't do shit as your fraud." BD creates 5 cum blasters above him and says, "Bye-bye, Chops." 2 of the cum blasters bust all over Chopper, drenching and drowning Chopper in cum, while the rest shoot cum blasts towards Chopper, piercing his entire abdomen and chest. Few seconds pass and the cum hardens. BD goes over it and punches it really hard, shattering it in pieces. Chopper was killed by BD. BD transforms back into his base and says, "No one will out-queer me as I am the Q in LGBTQ itself." In the next chapter, we cut to Adam versus Explorer. Explorer says, "Hello, Mix Adam. Quite a shame I didn't get the chance to fight you at TMC Island. Guess I'll get my revenge on Elma right here as I watch you slowly get whipped to death." Explorer tries to leash Adam, but he quickly cuts the rope using his clawed hands. Adam says, "I did what was necessary. She wanted death for fighting, and she got what she was seeking for." Adam transforms into super female mode and charges in towards Explorer. He punches her in the face and then stabs her in the abdomen. He injects her with weakness hormones. Explorer whips Adam and then leashes him. She throws him away, freeing herself. Adam charges in towards Explorer, but Explorer quickly whips him hard. He gets sent flying. Adam quickly charges in, going sideways, and hits Explorer in the chin real hard. As Explorer gets sent in the air, Adam jumps up and kicks Explorer in the face once again, sending her flying down to the ground. Explorer crashes on the ground and throws up blood into a shape of a rope. Explorer throws it towards Adam and leashes him. She flings him towards her and whips Adam in the face, sending him flying again. Adam says, "I'm tired of this shit." Adam charges in towards Explorer and uses his ability, Gender Fluid Shift. He is moving so fast that Explorer cannot keep track of him. Adam punches Explorer from all sides, in the face, in the chest, in the nose, in the legs, in the abdomen, in the liver, in everywhere. Explorer throws up a lot of blood into her hand and creates a whip. She spins in a circle trying to whip Adam, but it's futile. Adam quickly dodges this and then hits her in the face real hard, sending her flying. As Explorer gets up, Adam moved so fast that it seemed like he teleported in front of her. Adam says, "It's over." He follows up, "Dominican punch." He punches her in the face really hard with sharp claws. It pierces one of her eyes and rest of her face. Instead of getting sent flying, all the shock and force was spread out all over her body, damaging all of her organs and just entirety of her body. Explorer throws up shit ton of blood and falls over. Adam transforms back into his base form and says, "Oops, I think I went a little extreme. Sorry for killing you." In the next chapter, we cut to G-Spot Baby versus Juniper. G-Spot Baby says, well, if it isn't the pussy chicken D Juniper himself." Juniper says, "Shut the fuck up, man, you always PMO." Juniper transforms his hands into giant testicles and coats it with Thugger's Gunky. He charges in towards G-Spot Baby to hit him, but G-Spot Baby dodges it and creates a barrage of laser swords. He throws it all towards Juniper. Juniper punches all except 2 away, which pierce him. Juniper throws up blood and charges towards G-Spot Baby. He swings his testicles towards G-Spot Baby. He dodges one of them, but gets hit with one of them. G-Spot Baby gets sent flying. He flies back in and creates more laser swords. He throws them all towards Juniper. Juniper punches all of them away, while G-Spot Baby creates a laser sword in his hand and charges towards him. G-Spot Baby slices Juniper and then stabs him. Juniper coughs up blood and hits G-Spot Baby in the face using both of his testicles. G-Spot Baby gets sent flying. Juniper leaps in towards G-Spot Baby and punches him, sending him in the ground. Juniper lands on him and hits G-Spot Baby over and over again. Juniper stops and sees the lifeless corpse of G-Spot Baby. He laughs and says, "How come you're so weak?" "What the fuck, El Mayo?" Juniper gets smashed by G-Spot Baby. Juniper says, "What?" G-Spot Baby creates a laser sword in his other hand and stabs Juniper again. Juniper screams and punches G-Spot Baby. He freed himself. G-Spot Baby creates shit ton of laser swords and throws them all towards Juniper. Juniper tries to block them all, but 4 of them pierce his body. G-Spot Baby creates a laser sword in his hand and slices Juniper. Juniper coughs up a lot of blood and says, "If I'm gonna die here, you're going down with me." He smashes G-Spot Baby with both of his testicles. G-Spot Baby coughs up a lot of blood and falls down. Juniper tries to hit him, but G-Spot Baby sends all of the remaining laser swords towards Juniper, which all pierce him. Juniper falls down to the ground. G-Spot Baby wins the battle. G-Spot Baby falls down. He is injured. King Tacos' army comes to aid G-Spot Baby as he is in critical condition. In the next chapter, we cut to Rico versus King Tacos. Rico takes out his glass dildo and says, "This time, this bad boy will suck you dry." King Tacos charges in and shatters the glass dildo like nothing. He says, "And it's gone." Rico gets mad and says, "You little faggot, that was my throat scratcher. I've had this since I was born. You will pay for this." And punches King Tacos, sending him back. King Tacos goes into overcharge and charges in towards Rico and hits him in the abdomen. King Tacos used advanced Gunki, so instead of him getting sent flying, all the shock was sent throughout the body, damaging him heavily. Rico throws up blood and says, "So you know advanced techniques too?" King Tacos smirks and says, "No shit, bro," and lands an uppercut. Rico lands and unleashes his Thugger's Gunki. He launches towards King Tacos and lands a left-right advanced technique combo, ending it with an uppercut. King Tacos gets sent flying. He throws up a lot of blood. King Tacos screams, "Mamá! Golpéame con tu zapatilla mientras papá me azota con su cinturón. Grítame todo lo que quieras, porque soy tu querido hijo latinex maricón. Que papá me muestre misericordia, que papá me dé fuerza, porque yo soy el Latinex honrado." Mexican Rage. Year 2. King Tacos quickly charges in and slaps Rico with his slipper a shit ton of times at a fast rate, and at the end, King Tacos hits Rico with his belt. Rico looks beaten up and throws up a lot of blood. Rico says, "If you're going all out on me, then I'll do the same fucking thing." Rico compresses his Thugger's Gunki right into his heart. He freezes standing. King Tacos senses that his heart stopped beating and says, "Did you just seriously fucking kill yourself?" And then out of nowhere, Rico's heartbeat starts beating. Every beat it gets louder and faster. King Tacos says, "The fuck is going on?" The condensed Thugger's Gunki gets unleashed, and a huge shockwave can be felt across the entire island. Rico takes a deep breath and says, "Say hello to my Thuggerman form." Making my heart pump out more blood faster, I can achieve this transformation. The strongest transformation a D-Clan member can have. Without Tacos even seeing, Rico appears in front of him and he punches Tacos in the face. The punch was so powerful that King Tacos got knocked out of his Gear 2 form. Instead of sending King Tacos flying, all of the Thugger's Gunki traveled inside King Tacos' body, damaging him from the inside. King Tacos throws up a lot of blood and says, "Didn't know this was even possible by the D-Clan members. However, old man, that heart of yours is about to give out." Rico says, "Shit, You know that the heart will burst? King Taco says, no shit, bro, your heartbeat got so loud and fast that everyone could hear in a 50-meter radius. Rico says, all right, shut up. Rico quickly charges in towards King Tacos and starts punching King Tacos repeatedly over and over again. King Tacos hardens his body and tries to block all of the attacks, but he still gets hit by some. King Tacos sees Rico's punches becoming slower and smells the smell of a burning flesh. King Tacos quickly pushes Rico away and punches him with advanced technique right in his heart. All of the Goonki disappears immediately, and Rico throws up blood. King Tacos says, wow, I beat you in base like nothing. Rico was about to say something, but his heart stops beating and he falls over. King Tacos wins. King Tacos throws up a lot of blood and looks damaged. Adam and BD see this and they come to King Tacos. He injects King Tacos with recovery hormones and they take a little rest. As they were about to rest, Dope, XD, and Hershey come out of nowhere and serially injure Adam and BD. The army takes BD and Adam away to get treated as they are in critical condition. Dope says to King Tacos, hello, Tacos. Miss me? King Tacos says, nope, not at all. Not even a bit. I do miss that goat throat of yours and your throat actions. X tells Tacos, Tacos, just tell me, why are you doing all of this? What have we done to you so bad that you have to destroy us again? You already destroyed TNR Island. Why come for us again? Haven't you done enough? King Tacos sighs. You want to know why? Funny, isn't it? Let's go back a few years ago. Remember what happened? X says, what happened? Tacos replies with, remember how the entirety of TNR Island turned against me, destroyed my house and burned down all of the research I've done in search of Koki? And how they even attempted to kill my friend but failed. Hershey stabs Dope. Dope says, what? X screams, Dope, no! Shit, we should have seen this coming. King Tacos continues, I failed my mission last time of completely destroying TNR's legacy and killing the Elder King. I came back to finish it. I've already taken over Kayla's and D disrespects C at this point. I do not want to kill you, X. But you stand in my way, so you have to go, for the greater good. King Tacos and X unleash their Goonkis and commence a Goonki clash. A huge piss Goonki explosion happens and it fucking destroys everything around them. Hershey grabs Dope and snitches on him. He is now left without any allies and says, Hershey, why? All this time, you've been a traitor? Hershey says, how would I forgive and even actually side with TNR when they tried to kill me for no reason at all? I don't even know how I am alive, he continues. I was quite disgusted that I had to even act buddy-buddies with all of you. I am glad I don't have to keep up this facade anymore. Hershey coats his sword with purple Goonki and slashes Dope and then kicks him away. Hershey charges in towards Dope, punches him. He then slices him again over and over again. Dope throws up a lot of blood and blocks the last attack. He punches Hershey, but it's futile. The stab made him really weak. Dope goes back and heals himself a little using his white Goonki power. Dope unsheathes his sword and charges his sword with white Goonki. He charges in towards Hershey and tries to slice him, but Hershey blocks the attack. Hershey smiles and pushes Dope away. He then releases a ranged slice attack and slices Dope. Hershey charges in and stabs Dope, takes out the sword, and then slashes him. Dope throws up a lot of blood and falls over. Dope says, fight me like a man, Hershey. Stabbing me in my spine, then beating me down is a pussy behavior. Hershey replies with, I am a rat, not a pussy, and stabs Dope. Dope throws up more blood and says, oh no, I'm not gonna go down this easy. Dope opens his mouth and releases all of his stored cum for white Goonki. He shoots it towards Hershey, but Hershey dodges it. Dope throws up more blood and takes his last breath. In the next chapter, we cut to King Tacos versus X. X says, "Last time, our duel was interrupted by the Never-Gooner. This time, I'll goon on you right here." X unleashes his Thugger's Goon Key and charges in towards King Tacos. He tries to punch Tacos, but Tacos blocks the attack. Tacos chants, "Mamá! Golpéame con tu zapatilla mientras papá me azota con su cinturón. Grítame todo lo que quieras porque soy tu querido hijo Latinx, maricón. Que papá me muestre misericordia. Que papá me dé fuerza. Porque yo soy el Latinx honrado." Mexican Rage. Gear 2. King Tacos whips X with his belt and then slaps him away using his slipper. X says, "Well, considering that advanced techniques hurt me even in awakened form, guess I have to utilize a new one form." X goes into awakened form. However, the ring around him turns black. X says, "This is my pseudo black smoke form. Instead of being unhittable, I can disperse smoke with ease and deal better damage." Isas quickly charges in and hits King Tacos. As the smoke disperses, it enters King Tacos and damages it inside out. Let's explain how X's pseudo black smoke form works. Instead of making the user turn into ashy sperm smoke, it uses the ashy sperm offensively. ESES can easily shoot ashy sperm smokes out of every body part of his. If X uses advanced Thugger's Goon Key punch, the smoke travels inside the target's body and destroys cells even further. It damages and also weakens the user. Anyway, let's get back to the fight. King Tacos throws up black smoke and says, "That really hurt, man," and slaps X away like a bitch. King Tacos leashes X with his belt and flings X towards himself, and then slaps X to the ground really hard. X, in desperation, releases ashy sperm smoke, which weakens King Tacos a little bit and obscures his vision. King Tacos says, "Come out, X! Stop hiding!" SS punches King Tacos in the stomach and then in the face with advanced technique. King Tacos throws up black smoke again, and then X uses the 1,000 years of death technique on King Tacos. King Tacos gets sent in the air as he farts out ashy sperm out of his ass. King Tacos comes crashing down and lands on X. X throws up a shit ton of blood. King Tacos quickly leashes X and flings him around like a toy. X is fed up by this and somehow frees himself. He charges in towards King Tacos and tries to punch him, but King Tacos blocks the attack and then slaps X away. X tells to himself, "Damn, seems like I have to go a little harder." Ecas unleashes his Thugger's Goon Key and then releases a barrage of black smoke, ashy sperm fist bullets towards King Tacos. King Tacos quickly slaps all of them away and charges in towards X. He slaps X in the face really hard with advanced Goon Key too. All of the Goon Key travels in X's body and hurts him really bad. X throws up a lot of blood and says, "You fell for it." X releases black ashy sperm, smoke charged with Thugger's Goon Key finally, which bind on King Tacos' skin. As it interacts with green Goon Key, it creates micro-explosions on King Tacos' skin and body. King Tacos is throwing up a lot of blood and is in a lot of pain, he says. "What the fuck did you do to me?" X says, "Piss Goon Key, that's what." King Tacos focuses on his green Goon Key that's inside his bloodstream. He absorbs some of the Thugger's Goon Key from the black smokes and transforms it into Piss Goon Key. Isas charges in, trying to punch him, but King Tacos senses this as he has Piss Goon Key. He quickly dodges the attack and charges his fist with Piss Goon Key. He punches X in the stomach. The Piss Goon Key travels into X, and it causes multiple organ failures. X throws up a lot of blood and falls down, he says. "How? Since when could you use Piss Goon Key? Since when?" King Tacos says, "You dumbass. While your plan would have worked on a regular green Goon Key user, I have advanced green Goon Key. I can control my own bloodstream." With this, I absorbed the Thugger's Goon Key from the black smokes and created Piss Goon Key. X says, "You fucking faggot." King Tacos tells X, "This was the ultimate outcome, X. You'll never beat me, X. I am King Tacos, and you? You're a commander working for TNR Island. Goodbye, X. I enjoyed your goon painting." King Tacos goes in to finish off X, but the mid-stance. J. Cole comes out of nowhere and stops King Tacos. The stance stabs King Tacos. The Elder King comes out of nowhere too, with his dildo sword in his hand. He charges in towards King Tacos and slices King Tacos 2 times. The Elder King was about to stab King Tacos. Hershey comes in trying to save him, but yet another mid-stance comes out of nowhere. It's Kendrick Lamar and blocks Hershey. The Elder King stabs King Tacos and kicks him away. Kendrick Lamar stabs Hershey multiple times and punches him in the face and then throws him away. Kendrick Lamar goes inside the Elder King. The Elder King tells Tacos, "Tacos, you've destroyed everything I had and even killed my sons and grandchildren. You took everything away from me and yet I rebuilt it. And here you are yet again trying to destroy everything I have. Maybe my parents were right. I should have stayed at Goon Piece as a holy no-fapper. My life would have been easier." King Tacos says, "Wait, sorry, what? You're a celestial no-fapper?" The Elder King responds, "Yep. My real name is G. Elder. As a cover-up, they used to call me the Grand Elder. I haven't used Purple Goonki in a long time as I do not want to be reminded of them. However, I require it to defeat you, Tacos. There's so many people here, so many kids with hopes and dreams, and you're here to kill them all and destroy those hopes and dreams. For what? So you could get your petty revenge? I won't allow it, Tacos. I, the king of TNR Goondom, will strike you down." The mid-Cole stance goes inside the Elder King, and the Elder King merges with the mid-Cole stance. The Elder King unleashes his purple Goonki too. The Elder King spawns mustards and shoots it towards King Tacos. Tacos quickly dodges it and chants, "Mexican Rage, Gear 3. King Tacos quickly sends all the limbs towards the Elder King and stabs him. He flings the Elder King towards himself. However, the Elder King creates a mustard and shoots King Tacos with it. It sends King Tacos flying. King Tacos quickly recovers and rushes in towards the Elder King. He punches the Elder King with all of his limbs and also stabs him over and over again. The Elder King throws up blood, but he sees an opening. He charges his dildo sword with extreme amounts of purple Goonki and slices King Tacos open. King Tacos quickly heals himself and stabs the Elder King with all his limbs. The Elder King spits out blood and summons 2 big mustards. He shoots King Tacos with the mustards, which pierce him. The Elder King merges with Kendrick Lamar now and transforms into him. He turns his sword into a mustard and stabs King Tacos. King Tacos quickly punches Elder King away and charges in towards him. King Tacos grabs the Elder King by the throat and repeatedly stabs the Elder King over and over again. The Elder King had enough and summons 5 mustards and shoots King Tacos. King Tacos dodges the attack. The Elder King spams mustard on King Tacos, and he blocks all of it with his limbs. The Elder King says, "Enough! I'm tired of these games." The Elder King forms into a hybrid of the mid-Cole stance and Kendrick Lamar. The Elder King summons a big mustard and mayo. The Elder King shoots it towards King Tacos. King Tacos couldn't dodge in time and blocks the attack, but he still gets heavily injured. King Tacos throws up a lot of blood and says, "What? How?" The Elder King charges in and swings his sword, but King Tacos dodges it. Elder King shoots mayo behind King Tacos and a mustard towards his shoulder, and it pierces King Tacos. The Elder King swings his sword up and then down, slicing King Tacos open. King Tacos spits out blood. The Elder King says, The cycle of hatred ends here. We must be better than this. The Elder King sliced King Tacos in half. The slice was so powerful that it created a massive purple gunky shockwave and lightning strike, which caused it to start raining. King Tacos says, "Haha, you really are the worst, Elder." And he dies, for good this time. The Elder King sheathes his sword and goes into his base form. He closes King Tacos' eyes and goes towards Hershey. He grabs him by the throat and says, "You dirty cunt, I should have never trusted you." Hershey says, "You tried to kill me, bro. Why would I ever actually side with you?" The Elder King throws Hershey away. The end. Man, what a fucking ending to our beloved series. It comes into a full circle. Revenge and hatred will not get you anywhere. I feel bad for King Tacos, but he low-key deserves this. Sacrificing thousands of people for a petty revenge is quite a thing to do. Well then, my dear viewers, thank you for sticking with us for so long. This is our last and final volume. Goodbye, my dear friends. I will miss all of you.
The Goon Piece! The Goon Piece is real! Can we get much higher? So high!
The Elder King looks behind him and sees King Tacos standing in full condition. It's the Lil Mar form. King Tacos says, "Did you really think slicing me in half was enough? Lil Mar lives in my heart, bro." King Tacos quickly charges up a huge cum blast coated in green gunky towards the Elder King. The Elder King replies with, "I'll end you with this mustard mayo." Combination. The Elder King creates 2 giant mayo and mustards and coats it with purple gunky. King Tacos and the Elder King shoot it towards each other and a huge explosion happens. We see the Elder King's entire abdomen gone and his sword broken. The Elder King says, "No. Please, Tacos, spare their lives at least." King Tacos goes up to the Elder King and grabs him by his neck. He tells the Elder King, "I'll slay and kill any will of yours that lives on. I will rain down every agony, pain, rage, and violation imaginable upon you. I will send your soul down to the deepest of goonless plain. Your reign and bloodline ends here, old man. You should have been better than this." King Tacos rips his spine out and drops it to the ground. Through the sheer will, the Elder King says, "The Goon Piece, you'll never have it. You're not the one who's destined," and finally dies. King Tacos takes a deep breath, and then he laughs like a maniac. He says, "Finally! Fucking finally! About damn time. It's all fucking over." Hershey finally recovers and comes to him in cheer, jumping up and down in huge excitement. The Akinator comes too and says, "I've taken out all the defensive measures, Tacos. What now?" King Tacos tells him, "Akinator, our job is finished here. Destroy that goon hall for me 5. The Akinator says, "Sure thing." Instantly, obliterates the goon hall. King Tacos and Hershey go towards the goon hall and see a room just right below the floor. There's just one thing there, a pedestal with a book on it. King Tacos grabs the book. It's the 4th Quan Mills novel. King Tacos opens and reads it. He is in huge shock. He says, "Oh my God, oh my fucking God, how come I have never thought about this? It makes so much sense." Hershey says, "What does?" King Tacos says, "It's hard to explain. I'll explain it after we get out of here." Hershey and King Tacos go back to the surface. As they go up the surface, the sky darkens and red lightning strikes all over the entire island. 5 Goontakles spawn in and red lightning strikes again. The Holy No-Fappers, Saint A.K. Rat. Okay, so listen. He was named Saint. Choco before, but because it's the username of Hershey's actual boyfriend, we changed it to Saint AK Rat, as it's kinda weird for actual couple to be twin brothers in a story. Anyway, the Holy No Fappers, Saint AK Rat, Saint Luna, G Deity, Saint Mom Invader, and Saint Insomnia teleport in on TNR Island. Saint Insomnia says, "Ah, we finally made it on TNR Island. Really can't believe we had to get this close just to be able to teleport in. Their suppression field technology is quite impressive." Saint Mom Invader replies with, "No kidding, bro. Not even our Lord could teleport in. Has to be some black magic shit." Saint Insomnia and Saint Mom Invader look at King Tacos and they say, "Oh, it's you fucking gooners again? Ugh, let's just get it over with." Suddenly, out of nowhere, Adam comes in and injects Deity with knockout hormone, knocking her out temporarily. Saint Luna says, "There he is, our favorite sexually ambiguous, gender-curious, wackling hormone replacement therapy man. How you've been?" She charges up her purple Goonki and attacks Adam, while Saint AK Rat attacks Hershey. Saint Mom Invader and Saint Insomnia charge in towards King Tacos and attack him. In the next chapter, we cut to Saint Luna versus Adam. Adam says, well, hello, Luna. Let's not waste any time around here, shall we? Let's just go to the point." Adam transforms into super female mode. Saint Luna unleashes her purple Goonki and creates her signature sword. Explanation is required. When you unlock advanced purple Goonki, some members get a signature weapon they can form compared to other basic stuff, which is more powerful. Let's cut back. Saint Luna charges in towards Adam and tries to slice him, but he easily dodges this and kicks her away. Adam says, "That weak shit won't work on me, man." Luna gets mad and sends a ranged slash towards Adam. Adam dodges it and charges towards Saint Luna. He punches her in the face, but Luna blocks it with her sword. Saint Luna pushes Adam away and then tries to slice him, but Adam dodges it. Saint Luna quickly leaps in again and tries to slice him, but Adam keeps dodging it with ease. Saint Luna tries to slice Adam again, but Adam punches her hand and then kicks her in the face. Adam charges in and punches her multiple times and then in the face, but Luna blocks it and says, "Don't get cocky, buddy. I've only been holding myself back on purpose." Saint Luna creates spears and rains them down towards Adam. Adam dodges them, making an opening for Saint Luna to slice Adam. Saint Luna charges in towards Adam and slices him. She then stabs Adam with the sword, followed up with her creating her own spear, the Gungnir. She stabs Adam with it and says, "Oh, my attack isn't over yet." She makes all the Goonki swords explode and it travels inside Adam's body, damaging him inside out. Adam throws up a lot of blood and stabs himself with recovery hormones. Saint Luna says, Nah, I told you I'm not finished yet." She creates strongest weapon of a purple Goonki user, the Spear of Goon Eradication, and shoots it towards Adam. As it pierces, it dissipates inside Adam's body. Saint Luna creates a laser cannon from her purple Goonki and shoots it towards Adam's body. Adam tries to block the attack. The laser hits Adam and it explodes. Adam stands drenched in blood like nothing happened. Saint Luna says, "Wow, I really wonder what happened to you." Adam replies with, "Nothing happened." Saint Luna creates her sword and charges in towards Adam. As she was about to slice Adam in half, white Goonki comes out of Adam. He transforms into super female mode too. Saint Luna creates a barrage of spears and says, "As I said, don't be cocky." She rains them down towards Adam. Adam in super female mode 2 can easily dodge with ease. His reaction time, senses, and speed is at max level. Adam quickly charges in towards Saint Luna and charges up his legs and fists with white Goonki. He moves in around a circle, circling Saint Luna. Saint Luna says, "I can still see you in all directions, dumbass." She tries to slice him, thinking it would hit him, but Adam is moving so fast that Saint Luna cannot even comprehend where he is. Adam says, "Don't get cocky, you say?" Adam punches Saint Luna from all sides while also stabbing her with weakness hormones. Saint Luna falls down and coughs up blood and says, "What the fuck, how are you moving so fast?" Adam doesn't reply, but instead just kicks her. Saint Luna coughs up more blood. Adam backs up and says, "Saint Luna, show me your most powerful attack." Saint Luna says, "You want to see it that bad? Sure then, have it your way, Queerget." Saint Luna channels all of her purple gunki into creating a sword. As she gets drained of purple gunki, a giant sword forms. It is named the Sword of Goonicle. It is said that one swing of this sword can destroy an entire megaverse. Saint Luna says, "Say hello to the Sword of Goonicle, at least the lesser version of it." Adam says, "A lesser version?" Saint Luna says, "This is not even 1% of power of the real thing. To even make the real thing, you will need every purple gunki that has ever lived unlock advanced techniques and channel it into 1 point to even create 1% of its power. This one I have right here is probably around 0% of its real power, probably even less." Adam says, "All right, enough talking, let's just finish this." Saint Luna takes the sword. It is so dense and heavy that the floor shatters just from its sheer mass and density. Saint Luna channels the last remaining purple gunki she can use into the sword, powering it up even more. Saint Luna screams and swings the sword. The entire sword turns black while insane amounts of purple gunki get released. It's so fast Adam barely reacted. Even when he dodged, the gunki exploded, sending him flying. The slice is so powerful it almost slices the entire island in half. The Sword of Goonicle disappears out of Saint Luna's hand. Saint Luna coughs up a lot of blood as gunki is an essential source for blood to hold its form and travel. However, unlike Thugger's gunki, the user can still live after using up all their gunki if they get a rest. Adam is exhausted too and goes back into his base form. He tries to finish off Saint Luna, but a Goonticle teleports her away. In the next chapter, we cut to Hershey versus Saint AK Rat. AK Rat tells Hershey, "Hello, my brother, haven't seen you in a minute." Saint AK Rat pulls out a table and chair out of nowhere somehow and 2 cups of whiskey. Saint AK Rat says, "Let us talk for a while before we fight, shall we?" Hershey says, "Sure, but can you just give me Coke instead? I don't drink because alcohol burns and I don't like pain cause I'm a pussy." Saint AK Rat says, "Your cup has apple juice in it. I know you're a was. Come, sit down." Hershey and Saint AK Rat sit down. Saint AK Rat tells him, "You already know what'll happen soon, right?" Hershey says, "Of course, how could any celestial no fapper forget the Goonfacy?" Saint AK Rat says, "The Goon Piece will be found and the true Gooner will be taken down. We, the holy no fappers, exist to avert this prophecy. The prophecy started from the moment when the last alive legend was slain." Hershey says, "The last legend? Who? The king?" Saint AK Rat says, "No, you mongrel. Lilmar, the last remaining Goomperer equal to our lord. It took the entire no-nut navy, all of holy no-fappers, all of never-gooners and our lord and savior, Blood 119 to end his reign and start a new era where we thrive in." Hershey says, "Don't remember being taught this. Guess I missed few history classes there, huh?" Saint AK Rat continues, "The worst part is, there's a rumor that he even had the Goon Piece, but he just didn't use it. The more I looked into it, the more I believe he had the Goon Piece." Hershey says, "What is this Goon Piece that everyone really wants?" Saint AK Rat says, "We don't know what it is, but it is believed to be a great power source. It is stated that finding it and using it will make you the ruler of this world." Hershey tells him, "Do you know when the last battle occurred?" Saint AK Rat says, "The last battle of the Second World occurred where the Goon Piece was. The place was nicknamed the Final Breath of Gooners." Saint AK Rat continues, "That is all I wanted to tell you. I am stronger than you and I can easily kill you. However, as I've seen it with my own eyes, the fate of this world does not allow me to kill you except from one path." Saint AK Rat stands up and unsheathes his sword. He says, "Goodbye, Hershey." He swings his sword, releasing a purple gunki slash. Hershey quickly dodges it and unsheathes his petaskeleton sword. Saint AK Rat charges in and swings his sword multiple times. Hershey blocks all of the attacks while stepping away from him. Saint AK Rat summons few spears above him and he shoots it towards Hershey. Hershey quickly dodges it. Saint AK Rat sees an opening and charges in. Hershey quickly blocks the attack and then kicks him away. Hershey charges his sword with purple gunki and sends a ranged slash attack. Saint AK Rat dodges it and kicks the air, leaping towards Hershey. Saint AK Rat tries to stab Hershey, but Hershey dodges the attack. Hershey swings his sword towards Saint AK Rat, but he dodges the attack as well. Saint AK Rat and Hershey charge their swords with purple gunki, and they leap in towards each other. They swing their swords and they block each other's attack. They both leap back. Saint AK Rat unleashes his purple Goonki and coats himself with it. He charges in towards Hershey. He's so fast that Hershey cannot track him. Saint AK Rat slices Hershey and then stabs him. Hershey quickly punches him away. Hershey charges his feet with purple Goonki and charges towards Saint AK Rat. He's really fast too, and he slices Saint AK Rat. Saint AK Rat says, "You're fast too, I see." He quickly goes in towards Hershey, swining his sword while Hershey blocks it. Saint AK Rat quickly creates spears above him and shoots it towards Hershey. It pierces Hershey. Hershey failed to block the last attack and gets sliced. Saint AK Rat quickly stabs Hershey with the sword and uses advanced technique to channel the Goonki inside his body. Hershey coughs up a lot of blood. Hershey sees an opening and grabs Saint AK Rat by his neck. Hershey tries to snitch on him, but the purple Goonki is too much for him. Saint AK Rat punches Hershey in the face, Wick frees him. He charges in towards Hershey and slices him for the final time. Hershey drops to the ground while Saint AK Rat sheathes his sword. He says, "I might have cheated by seeing the million outcomes that this fight could have ended by, but I only had a chance to win in only one single outcome, and this is the one." Saint AK Rat goes up to Hershey and says, "Goodbye, lil bro." He stabs Hershey in the back by his own sword, the petaskeleton. Saint AK Rat sits down on the floor and sheds a tear. He says, "Why couldn't you just have been a holy no-fapper? I did not want to kill you, man." He uses his own sword to release semen into his glass. He then takes a sip. He senses a cheesy smell. He looks towards Hershey and he sees smoke coming out of him. Saint AK Rat stands up and grabs his sword. He says, "Who's here? Why are you burning him alive?" He then realizes that there's no one burning him. It's Hershey himself. Purple Goonki lightning strikes Hershey down as huge amounts of purple Goonki get released. Saint AK Rat looks up and says, "Holy fucking shit." We see the rat know me. Model snitch finally awakened. Saint AK Rat says, "You're a fucking literal rat." Hershey squeaks and charges in towards Saint AK Rat. He's so fucking fast that Saint AK Rat had no time to react. He grabs Saint AK Rat and squeezes him so hard that he throws up some blood. He screams, "Za Snitcha!" A huge white flash was seen by everyone. The Za Snitcha move was so powerful that it caused a flashbang and a shockwave. Hershey throws Saint AK Rat to the ground. Hershey's snitch also sucked up his Goonki. Saint AK Rat throws up a lot of blood. Hershey stomps Saint AK Rat while Saint AK Rat tried to block the attack using Goonki, but he failed. He is being repeatedly stomped by Hershey. After some time, red lightning strikes on Hershey and Saint AK Rat, and they get teleported somewhere away. In the next chapter, we cut to King Tacos battling Saint Insomnia and Saint Mom Invader. King Tacos tells them, "Don't you think a 2v1 is kind of unfair? Aren't you guys like the top dogs of this entire world?" Saint Insomnia says, "Buddy, you have two ancient weapons. This is quite literally a 2v2. Thank God deity's holding back a Canader at least." King Tacos responds, "Well, guess we shouldn't waste any more time." King Tacos shouts, "Mamá! Estoy sin blanca, desempleada y huelo fatal. Mientras me abofeteas con tu pantufla y papá me golpea con su cinturón, soy una latinx judía maricón y débil. Dame tu fuerza." Mexican Rage, Gear 3. King Tacos releases 4 of his limbs. He sends out 2 against Saint Mom Invader and the other 2 towards Saint Insomnia. Saint Insomnia charges up his blue Goonki and blocks the attack. Saint Insomnia possesses a weird genetic mutation that makes his purple Goonki split into a 50% version of it. Purple Goonki is created by mixing default Goonki, which is red, not to be confused with Thugger's Goonki, mixed with blue Goonki. All G members have the ability to use purple Goonki, but only small percentage has blue and purple Goonki. Saint Mom Invader blocks the attack by creating a wall made out of tungsten. Yes, you heard it right. Saint Mom Invader can create all elements on the periodic table. He ate a atom no me goon fruit. The higher the atomic number, the more energy it's required. Mostly those that are radioactive. Saint Insomnia makes a purple Goonki trident and charges it with blue Goonki, while Saint Mom Invader creates a sword made out of pure polonium with diamond handles and guards. Saint Insomnia and Mom Invader tell Tacos, "You're going to be used as a fuel for our pet coke business." Saint Mom Invader charges in towards King Tacos. He melts his sword's tip and swings it. If it touches King Tacos, it'll burn his skin off and evaporate, giving him radiatin. King Tacos quickly whips it away using one of his Goonki limbs. King Tacos quickly dodges it and punches Insomnia away. Saint Insomnia creates purple Gunky spears and charges it with blue Gunky. Saint Mom Invader coats it with carbon-12, making it diamond-coated blue Gunky charged purple Gunky spears. Saint Insomnia rains them down towards King Tacos. King Tacos quickly dodges them and sends all of his limbs towards Saint Insomnia. All the limbs stab him. Saint Mom Invader creates the spear of Goon Eradication and coats it with uranium. He throws the spear towards King Tacos. He dodges the attack and sends more limbs out towards Saint Mom Invader. Saint Mom Invader creates a full body armor covered in tungsten. He charges it with purple Gunky. This blocks all of the attacks. Saint Mom Invader explodes the armor and it pierces King Tacos. Saint Mom Invader quickly tells Insomnia, "Quick, charge the blue Gunky in the ground." Insomnia says, "All right." Saint Insomnia charges his blue Gunky in the ground. This hits King Tacos in the feet. Saint Mom Invader creates a lot of purple Gunky staff and coats it with polonium. He rains them down towards King Tacos. King Tacos tries to dodge, but he is held to the ground by the blue Gunky. The green Gunky coating blocks all of the attacks except one, which he whips it away using one of his limbs. King Tacos says, "Well, you did your part, now let me show you the power of the Latinx." King Tacos charges in, and then he falls over face first. He gets knocked out of Gear 3. King Tacos barely screams, "Yo, what the fuck happened? I cannot feel or move anything in my body. This is painful as shit." Adam hears this and shouts at him, "Oh shit, Tacos, it's the energy hormones side effect kicking in from before." Saint Mom Invader says, "Ha, look Insomnia, he fucking fell down like a fish. My pet Coke business fans, man, my pet Coke business fans." Insomnia says, "Yo, let's go beat the shit out of him." Invader responds with, "Sure man, let's go." Saint Mom Invader and Insomnia go to King Tacos and they beat the shit out of him, kicking him, beating him, touching his bum. Everything. King Tacos says, "At least just touch me in my ass, only man, you know I like that shit." Saint Mom Invader says, "Shut up, just take the beating like a good boy Latinx." Adam says, "Tacos, don't worry, I'll save you." Adam goes into super female mode 2 and rushes in insanely fast towards King Tacos. He grabs King Tacos and skedaddles away. As they go into hiding, King Tacos tells Adam, "Adam, what the fuck is going on? Can you do something about it at this time?" Adam tells King Tacos, "Yes, Tacos, but it might insanely backfire. Are you sure you want it?" King Tacos says,
I want it. I want it. I want it. Give me all of it. Give me all of it. Oh yes.
Adam says, "Okay, sure." Adam injects King Tacos with few energy hormones and recovery hormones. This successfully works. Adam says, "In few days, you'll probably fall unconscious and be in huge pain for some time. It might last an hour, days, weeks, or a month. So no matter what, we must win today." King Tacos nods and says, "No shit, Adam, this is our victory." King Tacos shouts, "Mamá, estoy sin blanca, desempleado, tengo 6 asignaturas aprobadas y huelo fatal. Quiero de verdad a mi esposa, a quien conocí hace apenas 2 días. Mientras tú me abofeteas con tu pantufla y papá me golpea con su cinturón, soy un judío indio latino, débil y maricón. Dame tu fuerza." Mexican Rage, Gear 3 Mode 2. Gear 3 Mode 2 utilizes Lil Mar's power and speed than anything else. However, this leaves the user vulnerable more compared to normal Gear 3 and without additional limbs. King Tacos quickly charges in towards Saint Insomnia and Mom Invader. He instantly punches the shit out of Insomnia. Each attack is really fast. King Tacos uses advanced technique on all of the attacks too. King Tacos finally stops and Saint Insomnia throws up a lot of blood. King Tacos kicks him away, sending him flying. Saint Mom Invader says, "Why you little Latinx?" King Tacos punches Saint Mom Invader in the back, knocking him down to the ground and says, "You cannot call me a Latinx when you're also a Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Cuban guy." Saint Mom Invader says, "Yeah, well at least I'm not a Jewish, Indian, Mexican Latinx." As King Tacos approaches, Saint Mom Invader spits out mercury charged with purple Gunky on King Tacos. This hurts King Tacos really badly. Saint Mom Invader stands up and creates a sword out of polonium and stabs King Tacos with it. Invader says, "Enjoy that radiation." King Tacos throws up blood and quickly punches Saint Mom Invader in the face, a lot of times real hard. Saint Mom Invader gets an insane brain damage for a little bit and falls over. King Tacos takes the polonium sword out and throws it away. Adam rushes in and quickly heals King Tacos. Saint Mom Invader somehow stands up and says, "King Tacos, you might be a little dumb." Adam looks behind him and sees uranium-coated purple Goonki staff. It rains down on Adam and he gets pierced with all of them, getting pinned down to the ground. King Tacos says, "Adam, no!" King Tacos charges up his fist with green Goonki and Lil Mars cum blast somehow out of pure rage and hits Saint Mom Invader in the face real hard. All of the Goonki travels inside Saint Mom Invader's bones and organs, causing him to suffer lots of organ damage and broken bones. The cum blast in the punch sends Saint Mom Invader down to the ground, however. King Tacos wins this battle. Saint Insomnia saw how King Tacos bitched Saint Mom Invader, so he teleports away like a coward. King Tacos goes over to Adam and frees him. Adam quickly stabs himself with hormones and gets cured. King Tacos goes up to Saint Mom Invader and tells him, "Saint Mom Invader, join my goon crew and be my ally. Help me achieve my goals." Saint Mom Invader says, "LMAO, do not make me laugh, P. Tacos, are you genuinely retarded? Are you seriously this dumb? I thought you had 5 GPA. Why the fuck would I get rid of my status as a holy no-fapper to join your goon crew and be a retarded gooner dick riding you? As a holy no-fapper, I literally get treated as a god. I can do whatever I want. You won't be able to beat our lord." King Tacos says, "All right, that's enough glazing. You chose this." King Tacos charges up his fist with green Goonki and sends Saint Mom Invader underground. King Tacos tells Adam, "All right, I think that's it. Tell everyone to skedaddle. Yo, as he was about to call someone, 5 more Goonticles spawn in. Red Lightening strikes all over, and to add to the suffering, he sees 2 giant ships in the air flying towards him. As the ships land, he sees very familiar faces. G. Elfish screams, "Pussy Tacos, you won't just escape me that easy, you moron. I'm here to take everything you just took. And your lives, of course." The entire goon crew jump out the ship, right behind the Goonticles. Minnie Ladd, Dream, James D. Charles, Effern, and G. Elfish come in charging. On the other side, we see D. Vaughn and his friends, including L. Dirk, jump out. G. Elfish sees D. Vaughn and says, "My team, deal with King Tacos and the No Nut Navy's army. Vaughn's mine." G. Elfish creates the Spear of Goon Eradication and throws it towards D. Vaughn. D. Vaughn takes out his Glock and charges it with his Thugger's Goonki. He shoots the spear away. G. Elfish says, "D. Vaughn, I haven't seen you in a minute. I can smell your demise." D. Vaughn says, "I bro, chill out, man. We gonna rob yo entire fleet. You steady watching me, everyday you clocking me. Well, guess what? Red alert. I'm armed and dangerous. I have this Glock on me." G. Elfish creates a sword while D. Vaughn shoots G. Elfish. Elfish blocks all of them and he charges towards D. Vaughn. As he was about to stab him, L. Dirk comes out of nowhere and unloads an entire magazine on G. Elfish. G. Elfish coats himself with purple Goonki and creates a 100-ton hammer. L. Dirk takes out his stiletto, Ruby. It's imbued with D. Vaughn's Thugger's Goonki. L. Dirk tries to stab G. Elfish, but he quickly dodges it and fucking hammers it down like a nail using his 100-ton hammer. After he's stuck in the ground, G. Elfish tells him, "Oh well, was nice knowing you, Dirk. You were funny." G. Elfish swings his hammer and fucking decapitates G. Elfish. This is Goon Piece Elfish, not the fucking baseball. D. Vaughn says, "Dirk, no!" He pulls out a fucking RPG and shoots it towards G. Elfish. Elfish hits it with his hammer, sending it flying in the sky. D. Vaughn pulls out an AK-47 and a minigun. He shoots all towards G. Elfish. G. Elfish tries to block the attacks, but he gets heavily injured. As he is pushing forward, the bullets won't stop coming. After some time, D. Vaughn runs out of bullets. G. Elfish is bleeding badly, but he doesn't care. He jumps up and creates yet another 100-ton hammer. He says, "D. Vaughn, you got no idea how bad your powers are against mine. I have a hard counter against bullets. G. Elfish slams Devon with both his hammers, completely eradicating him like nothing. G. Elfish low-diffed Devon. As the red lightning strikes for the final time, the 5 Never-Gooners finally teleport in. Saint Alyssa, Saint Abdul, Saint Raya, Saint Devon, and Saint Sosa. Saint Alyssa says, "Finally, we made it here. Them holy no-fappers can't do shit." The others respond, "No shit, actual weak cunts." Elfish and his crew sees the Never-Gooners teleport in. G. Elfish tells them, the Lord Pussy Blood period 119 Dick Riders are here. Long time no see Grand Dick Riders. Saint Sosa tells Elfish, "Watch your mouth, you rascal. Do not speak of the god of this world." G. Elfish charges in towards Saint Sosa and swings his 100-ton hammer, sending Saint Sosa flying. G. Elfish charges in towards Saint Sosa screaming, "You watch your mouth, you fucking bald-ass retard. I do not give a single shit about that retard of a lord." Saint Alyssa says, "Devon, go after Sosa. We'll take care of P. Tacos here, don't worry." Saint Devon says, "We're on the same level of status. Do not order me around like I'm your little dog again, you faggot." Saint Devon goes after Sosa. Saint Alyssa looks at King Tacos and says, "P. Tacos, my amazing Jewish Indina house husband, I haven't seen you in a long, long time. How you've been?" King Tacos replies with, "What? Who the fuck are you?" "Fuck you mean I'm your house husband?" Saint Alyssa says, "Oh yeah, right, you can't remember me in this form. I'm Alyssa, your dear beloved wife. You kept saying you loved your wife 1 nanosecond into dating." King Tacos says, "All this time you were some old man faggot. Bitch, what the fuck, man? You've been a grown-ass groomer this entire time. Fuck you, faggot. Why am I always e-dating, man? I always get catfished. My anal and prostate always get stimulated, and then I get my heart broken. I cannot even start anew. Alyssa, I'll kill you right here." King Tacos yells to Adam, "Adam, all of you retreat. Treat to G-Spot Baby's wounds, our army and BD. I'll deal with these fucking Never-Gooners on my own. Do not worry about me, I'll be okay." Adam screams back, "What? You stand 0 chance against them. You see how they fucking bitched you last time." King Tacos replies, "Just fucking go, you Dominican Jew." Adam nods and tells the injured ones to draw back. Saint Abdul says, "Well, guess this is the end for you." Saint Alyssa unleashes her purple gunki. It starts to rain heavily. Saint Abdul releases his purple gunki. The air starts to get hot around them. Saint Raya releases his purple gunki. The winds get a lot stronger, causing the hot air to lit up in flames all around. King Tacos says, "All of you are fucking monsters that need to be eradicated from this world." He goes into overcharge and unleashes his Thugger's gunki. A gunki clash commences, and it knocks out the fodder No Nut Navy, TN Ryan Soldies, and King Tacos' soldiers. King Tacos pulls out a knife and says, "This is truly the end game for everyone, isn't it?" King Tacos stabs his heart. He throws up a lot of blood and falls down. Saint Ryo says, "What? Did you really kill yourself?" The 3 Never-Gooners realize what he did and charge in, but it's too late. King Tacos' Lilmar form emerges. King Tacos releases all of his limbs and charges up his cum blasts. The 3 Never-Gooners coat themselves in purple gunki, getting ready to defend. King Tacos releases all of the cum blasts. The 3 Never-Gooners barely block it. King Tacos charges in and turns the limbs into sharp, pointy objects. He shoots them towards all 3 Never-Gooners and it pierces them. King Tacos charges it up with his advanced green gunki technique, hurting them inside out. Saint Alyssa sees, "Enough playing around, let's get serious, shall we?" Purple lightning strikes King Tacos, while the wind gets even faster, slicing King Tacos. The hot air bursts into flames on King Tacos. King Tacos screams in pain and manages to put the fires out using his green gunki. The three Never-Gooners create the Spear of Goon Eradication. All three of them throw it towards King Tacos. King Tacos tries to dodge, but purple lightning strikes. One of them pierces King Tacos, the second one misses. King Tacos hits the third one away using his limb, however. Saint Abdul manipulates the wind, which goes back to targeting King Tacos, right at his heart. G-Spot Baby gets pierced and blocks the attack for King Tacos. G-Spot Baby throws up a lot of blood, takes out the spear, and lays down. King Tacos screams, "G-Spot Baby, what the fuck are you doing here? No, 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 do not die on me, faggot." King Tacos charges towards G-Spot Baby and tells him, "Why? I told Adam I got this. Why did he send you?" G-Spot Baby replies with, "I came here on my own, retard. I had a feeling you were gonna get killed, and I was right." G-Spot Baby continues, "Now go defeat them, faggot." He takes his last breath. King Tacos, in tears, moves back. He goes out of Lil Mar form and starts a shout. "Mama, azótame con tu zapatilla. Papá, dame con tu cinturón. Que soy un maricón latinx. Dame tu poder. Dame tacos. Dame burritos. Dame fe en mi sangre honrada latinx. Porque soy el burrito bandit. Soy el rey tacos." A huge beam of green gunki gets released from King Tacos. Almost everyone gets blinded by it. King Tacos says, "All of you three Never-Gooners, I will rip out your spines with my own bare hands and feed it to your slaves. All of you will heavily regret your actions here." Mexican Rage, Gear 4. Mexican Rage, Gear 4 utilizes Lil Mar's power to almost its full extent, similar to Gear 3. This version is the peak of King Tacos. He did not know how to access it in Volume 14 nor 15 as he was struggling with the chant. Let's go back to the fight. King Tacos says, "It is the end of the No Goon organization." Saint Abdul says, "Ah, great, a new form to play around with. Everyone, let's treat him a little serious." Two of them transform into their monster forms, while Saint Alyssa says, "Monster forms? PFF, who the fuck needs that? Besides, I don't even have one. I'm just that strong." Saint Alyssa creates the Sword of Goonicles and says, "With this, I can easily fuck everyone in the ass with just a swing." Saint Alyssa swings his sword and releases a huge ranged purple gunki attack. King Tacos grabs it with his hand, which shatters the floor and cuts everything behind him. He crushes the gunki with his hand and says, "Really? This is your Sword of Goonicles?" King Tacos quickly charges in. He used so much force in his legs that the floor shatters. King Tacos punches Saint Alyssa in the face using advanced green gunki, and even then, she gets sent flying. Saint Alyssa throws up a lot of blood and gets mad. "Kill yourself, Tacos." The other Never-Gooners create purple gunki lasers, and they shoot it towards King Tacos. He quickly dodges all of them and says, "Are y'all hungry?" King Tacos swings his hands in the air and green gunki charged tacos comes out. It hits Saint Abdul and Saint Ryan, exploding it in their faces. This attack is also an advanced green gunki technique mixed with normal gunki attacks, maximizing its damage output. The Never-Gooners coat themselves in purple gunki and create a shit amounts of spears of eradication. Saint Abdul and Ryo charge it with their wind and fire manipulation. They both say, "P Tacos, curse your family heritage." They rain it down towards King Tacos, but King Tacos easily dodges all of them. King Tacos charges up his fists and creates a piñata bat and says, "Filthy No-Gooners, embrace gooning at its fullest." King Tacos charges in towards Saint Abdul and hits him with the bat. The entire bat dissolves into an advanced gunki attack. Saint Abdul gets sent flying. Saint Ryo says, "Purple Wind Blast," and releases a purple wind blast. It slices King Tacos, but he stands proud and short, just like his penis. King Tacos cracks his kunkles and he holds them close together. This creates a green gunki ping-pong reaction. Each ping and pong charges the gunki even more. King Tacos says, "Get ready, Ryo." Saint Ryo releases two purple gunki blasts and a purple wind blast towards King Tacos. while King Tacos releases the ping-ponged green Gunki towards Saint Ryo. As it clashes, it hits Saint Ryo, damaging him badly. Saint Alyssa comes out of nowhere and slices King Tacos with her sword of Goonicle. King Tacos punches Saint Alyssa, but she blocks it. She still gets hurt from the sheer force. Saint Alyssa screams, "Die Tacos, die in your sins of gooning." Saint Alyssa slices his sword and chops off King Tacos' left arm. King Tacos grunts and releases a cum blast from his right hand towards Saint Alyssa. It pierces Saint Alyssa. King Tacos swings his right arm and releases a taco punch, hitting Saint Alyssa, sending her flying. King Tacos looks at his chopped arm off and says, "Nothing too bad." A galaxy-like hand comes out of it, replacing his left arm. Saint Abdul comes in and creates the spear of Gunaradikaten. He charges it up with his fire ability. Saint Abdul swings his spear of Gunaradication towards King Tacos, but King Tacos easily dodges it. King Tacos jumps in towards Saint Abdul and coats his hands with Lil Mars cum blasts. He hits Saint Abdul in the face, sending him flying and hurting him real bad. As he was sent flying, he throws the spear of Gunaradication towards King Tacos, which pierces him. Saint Ryo comes in and uses his wind blast, which slices up King Tacos, while Saint Alyssa comes in and swings her sword on Goonicles, slicing King Tacos open. King Tacos screams, "I'm tired of all of your weather manipulation abilities." King Tacos takes out the spear and throws it away. He swings both of his arms and sends out taco punches. It both hits Saint Alyssa, which knock her down. King Tacos charges up a huge cum blast from his left hand and shoots it towards Saint Ryo. It pierces Saint Ryo, which knocks him out of his monster form. Saint Alyssa comes in charging towards King Tacos. She tries to swing the sword, but King Tacos hits it away. He grabs Saint Alyssa with his throat. Saint Alyssa says, "Ha, you forgot?" She sends out purple lightning on King Tacos. It damages him, but he does not care. He charges her with green Gunki. As this damages her inside out, King Tacos throws her away as she gets knocked out. All of the Never-Gooners get scared. Seems like Elfish beat them up too. The Never-Gooners say to each other, "Everyone, fall back. This new form of King Tacos is very powerful for some reason." Red lightning strikes and they all disappear. King Tacos stands proud as he is victorious. In the next chapter, we cut to the Goon GOIs in the True Gooners' throne room. We see Lord Blood 119. He is really pissed. He says, "Why can none of you Never-Gooners kill one fucking man? He is a fucking gooner who jerks it 100 times a day. He stinks. All of you children have disappointed your lord. I, as the Lord, will show all of you the God's wrath." We cut back on TNR Island. We see King Tacos laying there. A yellow goonticle appears in front of him. Yellow lightning strikes all over the island. Slowly but surely, we see Lord Blood 119 outside of Goon GOIs. He is insanely tall. He says, "All of you will be eradicated for your sins of gooning. I, the Lord, will show you my wrath." Lord Blood 119 turns himself smaller and charges one of his fists with Black Gunki and the other with Piss Gunki. He charges in towards King Tacos and punches him in the face real hard. It is both an advanced and normal Gunki attack. It damages King Tacos inside and sends him flying. The punch was so powerful that the island almost got destroyed. King Tacos throws up huge amounts of blood and gets knocked out of his gear for form. He is on the brink of death. As Lord Blood 119 takes slow steps, a red goonticle spawns in. The red lightning strikes and someone teleports in. It's the mysterious man. Lord Blood 119 says, "Ah, it's you. It is truly great to see you face to face." Lord Blood 119 releases Black and Piss Gunki, while the mysterious man releases his Thugger's Gunki. A huge Gunki clash commences, knocking out and even killing some fodder. The island shakes massively from this clash. People think it's an earthquake. As the Gunki clash stops, the mysterious man says, "Lord Blood 119, I told you once I was fully ready, I would defeat you in your own birthplace. However, I am not yet fully ready, nor this is your birthplace." Lord Blood 119 looks the mysterious man in the eyes. The mysterious man, knowing the attack, quickly dodges away. Black flames lit up in his own place. Lord Blood 119 charges up his fists with Piss Gunki and charges in towards the mysterious man. He lands a nasty combo on him, sending him flying a bit. The mysterious man unleashes his Thugger's Gunki and condenses it in one place. He charges in towards Lord Blood 119 and hits him. All of the Gunki gets released, and Lord Blood 119 gets hurt really badly. He throws up some blood. Lord Blood 119 says, "Your Gunki is nothing compared to anti-Gunki." Yes, that's right. Lord Blood 119 possess an ability called anti-Gunki. It negates all types of Gunki attacks, including defenses. Lord Blood 119 charges his fists with black Gunki. He puts his hand in the air, and black lightning hits the mysterious man. Lord Blood 119 charges in and hits the mysterious man with both of his fists. Each hit creates black lightning, which damages the mysterious man even more. The mysterious man throws up blood, but he does not give up. He says, "Yeah, but my determination overpowers yours." The mysterious man unleashes a lot of Gunki and condenses it into both of his hands. He charges in towards Lord Blood 119 and hits him with both of it. This sends Lord Blood 119 flying, damaging him badly. Mysterious man is injured a lot too, so he goes to King Tacos and grabs him, and then proceeds to flee away to safety. Lord Blood 119 is furious. He unleashes his anti-Gunki, also known as Black Gunki, which evaporates in the air, causing the entire sky to turn black and it to release black lightning all over the island. G. Elfish sees Lord Blood 119 and creates 2 spear of Goon eradication. He shoots it towards Lord Blood 119, which pierce him, but does not really do any damage. He says, "Blood 119, I hated you since the day I was born into your cursed family. I do thank you for giving me this purple Gunki ability." Lord Blood 119 looks furious. He sends out 5 black lightning strikes towards G. Elfish, which really hurt him, he says, "Yeah, I'm not really your enemy Rigth now, peace bro." He falls back. Lord Blood 119 sends out his black limbs and grabs the knocked out / dead TN Ryans, Weefy, Juniper, and Scar. Lord Blood 119 grabs them and says, "All 3 of you will serve directly under my command as I am your lord. In exchange, you will gain my ability of anti-Gunki, making you immortal and powerful. Your life belongs to I, the Lord." A black lightning strikes on the floor, creating a hole. Lord Blood 119 drops Weefy, Juniper, and Scar there. The black pit spits out 3 of them back. They're all like shadows with pitch-black horns and glowing eyes. They scream, "Yes, my lord, I am your servant." Lord Blood 119 says, "Deal with the G." Elfish's crew, all of 3 of them respond with, "Yes, my lord." All 3 of them charge towards G. Elfish and his crew. Lord Blood 119 sees the mysterious man. He was about to charge in towards them. However, a Canator comes out of nowhere and blasts the shit out of Lord Blood 119. It really damages him. A Canator says, "You old fool, when will you stop this bullshit you're doing? Haven't you had enough?" Lord Blood 119 says, "A Canator, you traitor, you will pay for all of your sins." Lord Blood 119 sends out a lot of black lightning towards a Canator, but he dodges all of them. The mysterious man comes to aid a Canator. He tells a Canator, "Don't worry, I'm not an enemy, I'm here to help you, a Canator." A Canator responds with, "I know," and winks at the mysterious man. The mysterious man releases his Thugger's Gunki and a Canator charges up his attacks. In the next chapter, we cut back to where King Tacos is hiding. Adam and BD find him and come to his aid. Adam injects King Tacos with energy hormones and says, "Well, Tacos, you won't be able to move around for some time and you'll also be in pain. But not to worry. You'll live." King Tacos says, "Thanks, I guess. Anyway, let's skedaddle out of here while we have the chance." As they were about to flee, G. Elfish comes out of nowhere and pins down Adam and BD. He tells King Tacos, well, Tacos. Them fucking no-gooners are finally out of our sight. Let us settle our unfinished business, Tacos." King Tacos says, "Elfish, you truly are just like them, pretending to be someone else." King Tacos screams, "Mama! Azotame con tu zapatilla! Papá, dame con tu cinturón, que soy un maricón latinex. Dame tu poder, dame tacos, dame burritos, dame fe en mi sangre honrada latinex, porque soy el burrito bandit, soy el rey tacos. Mexican Rage, Gear 4. G. Elfish says, well, if you're going all out, why shall I hold back? G. Elfish transforms into his monster form. King Tacos tells him, told you, you truly are just like them. You even have a monster form. G. Elfish replies with, yay, from a goon fruit, not a contract. Both G. Elfish and King Tacos unleash their Goonki, creating a Goonki clash. King Tacos swings his arms, releasing taco punches. G. Elfish opens his mouth and releases a purple Goonki blast charged with fire. King Tacos dodges the attack. G. Elfish says, you know, they're not the only ones with weather manipulation. G. Elfish unleashes his purple Goonki. It starts to rain. Purple lightning strikes King Tacos a lot of times. As it finally stops striking, King Tacos, even though he's damaged, looks fine. He charges in towards G. Elfish and punches him in the face repeatedly using both advanced and normal techniques. King Tacos releases calm blasts from both of his hands, while G. Elfish releases a purple Goonki flame blast from his mouth. As it clashes together, it explodes. King Tacos charges in and hits G. Elfish close up with a taco punch. He pushes himself away using G. Elfish's body and swings both of his arms, releasing 2 taco punches. As it harms G. Elfish, G. Elfish creates a lot of Spear of Goon Eradication and rains it down on King Tacos. King Tacos swings his arms, releasing a barrage of taco punches. As it blocks out most of the spears, 3 of it still pierce King Tacos. This really harms him. King Tacos swings both of his arms towards G. Elfish, sending 2 taco punches. As it hits G. Elfish and explodes on him, King Tacos releases 2 Lil Mars cum blasts on G. Elfish, and it really harms him. Elfish tells King Tacos, this new form of yours is quite strong. I know damn well it uses Lil Mar as the main power source. Without Lil Mar, you truly are weak. G. Elfish charges up a huge purple flame blast and shoots that shit towards King Tacos, damaging him heavily. King Tacos finally frees himself from the spears and charges in towards G. Elfish. He charges up both of his fists with green Goonki and says, Elfish, just leave me the fuck alone for a while. I came here to take down the Elder King, not you. King Tacos punches G. Elfish in the face using both of his taco punch fists, which send G. Elfish flying. This damages Elfish badly. Elfish transforms back into his base and creates 100-ton hammer. He jumps in towards King Tacos and says, no, faggot! Kill yourself! He swings the hammer, but King Tacos blocks it easily. He pushes the hammer away and punches G. Elfish in the stomach, sending him flying. G. Elfish wipes the blood of his face and screams, everyone! Fall back! Go back to our ships! Don't die here! Elfish and his team flees away from the island. King Tacos goes back into his base form and throws up blood. He's on the verge of dying at this point. His heart cannot take any more of this amount of green Goonki. We cut back to the mysterious man, Akinator and Lord Bloodwine-Teen. Seems like Akinator and the mysterious man are badly injured, while Lord Bloodwine-Teen looks fine, but not good. The mysterious man says, enough of this. He condenses a lot of Thugger's Goonki into one big fist. He charges in towards Lord Blood 119 and hits him in the face. This harms Lord Blood 119 badly. A huge shockwave can be felt across the entire island. The punch is so massive it creates huge waves in the sea, almost a tsunami. Lord Blood 119 looks really mad and says, your feeble life will end right now, member of the D family. He spams the black lightning on the mysterious man. It harms him badly. Akinator comes in and blasts Lord Blood 119, stopping the black lightning spam. The mysterious man says, you still won't go away, right? Well, I truly had enough of you. Your reign will end here. Lord Blood 119. The mysterious man unleashes all of his thuggers Goonki. Almost everyone in this world feels the release of this Goonki. A red Goontakel gets spawned in his hand, and red lightning strikes on it. Lord Blood 119 looks scared now and tells the mysterious man, "Wait! Listen, let's talk it out. No more fighting, okay? Do not summon it here, and we'll do as you say." The mysterious man tells Lord Blood 119, "Tell all of your goonlings, including the No-Nut Navy, to fall back and fuck off from this island, including the Holy No-Fappers and the Never-Gooners." Lord Blood 119 says, "As you wish." He tells everyone to fall back, and all of the No-Nut Navy, Lord Blood 119, and the Celestial No-Fappers get teleported away. The mysterious man takes a breather and tells Akinator, "Man, I thought I was a goner. He's so fucking strong." Akinator says, "Well, what did you expect from the ruler of the entire world? To be a fucking baby?" The mysterious man laughs. The mysterious man senses something wrong as he was about to charge in towards King Tacos. He sees that he's being treated by Adam while BD is bringing him some food. He smiles and goes back. However, disaster strikes. Some other mysterious person comes out of nowhere and charges in insanely fast towards King Tacos. He uses the ass crack no me power on King Tacos. He says, "Tacos, you truly believe everything I do." Adam, BD, and King Tacos both say, "Joker, you're alive?" P. Joker laughs and says, "No shit, I'm alive." He unleashes Piss Goonki, which sends Adam and BD flying as the island shakes. The mysterious man comes charging in and saves King Tacos from death. P. Joker says, "All of you are so fucking weak, there's no way y'all stand a chance." He unleashes even more Piss Goonki, which causes the island to shake uncontrollably. The mysterious man releases his Thugger Goonki to negate it, causing a Goonki clash to commence. P. Joker tells everyone, "I have finally awakened my Goon fruit. I can absorb the souls of my zombies, gaining their powers and Goonki." P. Joker uses ass crack, know my powers, and cracks the sky open. The island shakes insanely bad, causing the entire island to split into blocks. This causes the waves in the ocean to go out of control. While everyone was distracted, P. Joker swoops in and grabs the Quan Mills novel from King Tacos and says, "My job here is done. Why waste my energy on those that I can easily kill? Bye-bye, morons." He charges up his fist with Piss Goonki and leaps in towards the mysterious man. He punches him in the face real hard. P. Joker seizes the moment and skedaddles away. Adam and BD come in towards King Tacos. They tell King Tacos, "The novel, where is it? Did you lose it?" The mysterious man says, "Do not fret, I have it right here." He made a copy of it for some reason, and then dropped this one, "Actual moron." The mysterious man gives it to King Tacos. Tacos is relieved and says, "Thanks, mysterious man." Adam tells Tacos to not move too much as he treats him to his wounds. The mysterious man tells Tacos, "That was quite you all had. All of you achieved your goal. I'm sorry for your loss, though, Tacos." King Tacos exhales and says, "Thanks, man. He was a great ally and a friend. I just couldn't imagine I would lose one of my troops." Akinator comes out of nowhere and tells King Tacos, "Tacos, I've took down all of the defense walls. Most of the troops are dead. Shall we proceed with our plan?" King Tacos says, "Yeah. Go ahead, Akinator. Nuttin' this island's McChicken." The mysterious man tells Tacos, "Best of luck, Tacos," and he teleports away. King Tacos shouts at everyone, "Everyone! Listen up. Our plan has worked successfully. We just need Akinator to do one more thing. All of us, evacuate immediately." King Tacos, Adam, and BD board their ships. King Tacos talks to his entire army. Thank you everyone for siding with me. We have accomplished our goal. We have taken over 2 gooning seas, destroyed the TNR island, including its legacy, and found the 4th Quan Mills novel. However, we have lost a very valuable member of our goondom, including our army members who have sacrificed their lives for us. G-Spot Baby was quite a valuable member. We literally fought for him not too long ago. I never really thought one of us would die like this. He did save my life. And that fucking clown, P. Joker, he was alive all this time and even gotten stronger than all of us. Adam says, "Fuck, man, I told G-Spot Baby to not come, but he fucking threw me away and flew over to you. Fucking asshole. I'll miss his G-Spot." King Tacos looks back on TNR Island. He sees Akinator coming up to him. Akinator tells King Tacos, "Hey Tacos, can you open up your mouth real quick?" King Tacos, "Sure, why?" Akinator replies with, "Just open your mouth." King Tacos opens his mouth and Akinator extracts a piece of paper out of him. It's the Lil Mar's power. Akinator swallows it and transforms into Lil Mar Genie. Lilkinator goes over to the center of TNR Island. He shoots a huge cum blast in the middle of the hole and fucks it. After some time, Lilkinator orgasms, nutting in that McChickening. Huge cum shoots up out of the hole as it travels around the island, exploding. The island within. This nut sends out some huge waves, but nothing drastic. King Tacos looks back at the island, looking like all of his problems were lifted up. He says, "The second great McChickening, thank you everyone. Our journey has finally came to its end." We cut to Goon Joaz. We see Lord Blood 119 and the Never Gooners. The Lord is furious, he tells the Never Gooners. Your one and only mission was to kill off everyone on TNR Island and P. Tacos' army, and you failed yet again. A huge, huge failure. All of you have disappointed me, my children. All of you must get stronger. The 5 Never Gooners kneel, and they all say, "Forgive us, my lord. We did not expect for all of them to be at a one place." Lord Blood 119 says, "Next time, my children, do not disappoint me, as I will not show mercy." We cut back to P. Joker's ship. He is dancing and cheering happily while drinking some beer. He says, "I cannot believe it. I finally got the last copy of the Quan Mills novels. This way I can easily find the Goon Piece. I thought my fruit was shit, but goddamn, I unlocked every strongest ability known to Goonkind. Awakening it truly gave me a huge edge, eh? I got Thugger's Goon Key, which unlocked Piss Goonki. I got D. Luna's Cum Fist Power and Goonbeard D. Ray's Ass Crack No Me. Life is truly awesome. Soon I will absorb G-Spot Baby's fruit and those ancient weapons." Few days pass, and we cut to King Tacos' island, the Library of Fall. We see King Tacos finally waking up. He comes out of his room and sees Adam and BD waiting for him. Adam, BD, and everyone on the island is happy to see their king alive and well. Adam says, "Tacos, you fucking dickwad Latinx! I thought you fucking died. It has been like, what, 8 days since you haven't woken up? You must be hungry as shit, man." BD says, "Yay, bro, like holy shit. Everyone thought you died." King Tacos says, "I'll never die. The Latinx in me does not allow me to die." King Tacos' stomach growls and he says, "And yay, I'm hungry as shit." After a big banquet, Adam, BD, and King Tacos sit down on a campfire with beer in their hands. They're discussing about something. King Tacos tells Adam, "We have conquered total of 4 gooning seas. This makes us the strongest goon crew ever. We have Goonbeard C, Joker C, Kayla's C, and D Disrespect C. However, G Elfish has conquered D Von C and somehow captured the uncapturable unoccupied C. This makes us rivals. He's also strong as shit. He was able to keep up with my Gear 4 form." Hershey is also missing. Last time I saw him was when he transformed into a huge giant rat. Red lightning struck, and him and Saint AK Rat teleported away. Probably the Goon Jawaz. Aside from all that, we have finally acquired the 4 Quan Mills novels. I thought this would easily show the location of Goon Piece, but I was mistaken. The 4th Quan Mills novel is missing few pieces, but if you connect the other pieces with this one, it reveals a way to enter a hidden sea, the Ragebait Sea. Everyone knows that there's literally nothing in Ragebait Sea, because it's a facade. It's hiding the real sea, where Goon Piece is in. The Quan Mills novels combined shows a way to access this what's actually in the Ragebait Sea. This explains so much. All of you, our journey has not come to an end. It has only started. In few weeks, we'll go inside the Ragebait Sea and claim the Goon Piece.
The Goon Piece! The Goon Piece is real!
Can we get much higher? So high.
Goda is not finished yet. He just started. Until next time, my dear viewers. Until next time.